Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Invitational Randomizer League Season 5. We have co-op retros for you here between Beats from the East, represented by Homemade Beer and Julon Ninja, versus Team OKDUDES, represented by Telethar and Hition 137. And Beats from the East being 3-4 currently, and OKDUDES being 6-1. Very strong team here on the yellow side. How's it going, folks? I am Wolfling0370, and joining me on the mic tonight is Hugo. How's it going?
I'm doing great tonight. So, they asked for help like 40 minutes ago, and then I'm pleasantly surprised that not only it's a four-way race, it's a retro and crosswords with key sanity, so it's gonna be special.
That's right. We got a lot to talk about here, folks, but just to give you guys a basic overview of what the mode is, Key Sanity is that all the small keys, big keys, massive compasses that are normally locked in the dungeons are scattered about. And now we've added retro to that, so all those all those specific keys to dungeons are now generic keys. In addition, there's a few extra features like take any caves, there's a guaranteed sword cave, shops sell arrows, in which case you have to buy them in order to use your bow. That's another big thing. And of course, with Crossworld, that is one of the more tricky things. This is going to be an entrance mode seed as we get started here. So we may not be starting somewhere. We're starting with Link's house and this. We already get the big key to Ganon's tower right out the gate. And you'll see that the Link house players are starting here, but the Sanctuary players are also starting elsewhere. It looks like it's also Sanctuary. Interesting. But yeah, Crossworld. So all the edges are going to be randomly shuffled about. We're going to see one here on Hition right now, and it's going to lead us into... That is, I believe, one of the connectors over on Death Mountain. Now, where that leads out, could be anywhere. Could even be the Dark World. So...
Blue rupees from the bush crab. That's big.
That is big. Then there's a shop, and you can see we can have some keys there as well. That's in case you want to buy a few keys instead of finding them. Drop down being checked blind here on Beats from the East on the left. Oh, there was a hula hand.
Hula hand is important.
It is.
Mode.
And the Aga Tower is blocked. The Academ drop down is blocking the Blind's hideout, or the Thief's hideout, which is only holding a heart piece.
Lumberjack is Steve's hideout and only has a small piece of heart, so Aga is dead.
Oh, maybe not completely. Because of Key Sanity, those two small chests that normally have small keys can now have items, and Hition is going to go check at least the first chest here in Aga Tower, which is found just south of the eastern region. Meanwhile, Julon has found on Hyrule Castle, a good place with a fair amount of items, and a couple of connectors as well. Which means that there could be some fast travel opportunity here for this team over in blue.
Ooh, a mirror. From Telethar. That's pretty big. Oh yeah, since this is a team race, and OKDUDES and Beats from the East, since they're sharing info, that greatly increases the disposition to check something time-consuming, like the first check in Aga's Tower. Since one person does that, the other person doesn't have to do that, and spends time checking other stuff.
Now, meanwhile, Julon found a huge item in the basement here of Hyrule Castle, and that was the hammer as well. So both members who know where the mirror and the hammer is, and Telefar has found the mirror for yellow.
Ooh, Sick Kid has been moved outside of Kakariko. Poor guy.
And of course, there's one thing here, as we see a take any key from Telethar, actually, so getting one free item there, a heart container.
Oh, yeah. So, Kakariko just has entrances and entrances. The bar has been moved north.
Yeah, a lot of entrances here to take a look at.
And the boring shop. Ooh, a death.
Yeah, this is to be a death warp here from Julon having been at the bottom of Zelda Cell. Hitzion, meanwhile, has found the big chest of Turtle Rock, and that could be a way to get into the dungeon. We don't necessarily need the medallion to fight the GTR. In fact, we may not need medallions at all. And Julon has found a warp, and unfortunately, leaving Hyrule Castle led him to the Dark World, so he is now in bunny form. Not much he can do here except do some scouting.
So Hitsuyan wanted to explore Turtle Rock, but had no bombs. And Deltar found Skullwoods, the back part.
Now, there's another key thing here, and a few Eagle-Eye viewers might have picked up on it. There is no arrow indicator on any of our streams except for homemade beer. That is because arrows in Retro cost money, as they do in Zelda 1. 10 arrows to fire a normal shot, 50 arrows to fire silver arrows. Or 50 rupees, sorry, to fire a silver arrow.
You're firing money.
Yes, of course, that goes to the callback because your ammunition for Zelda 1 was actually your rupee bank. Although, in that game, you only had 255 max, so because we can go to 4 figures, we had to up the cost a little bit. But there's so much money in the pool that it really doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. It's just a nice callback.
Ooh, Dark Death Mountain and the homemade beer found Super Bunny. And is that Spectacle? I did not catch what was that.
Oh, that is a big find, though. Hitzian finding Desert Palace, and in the map chest was the boots.
The speedrun can now begin. And immediately rewarded with a full heart.
Now, of course, we are seeing there's a generic key there from Telethar, but you're noticing that we haven't seen a map check as of yet, and that's actually because the maps that comes is, if you haven't seen Key Sandy before, they have specific functions. Maps give us our overworld map information, telling us if a dungeon is a pendant or a crystal, and in the off chance we have to find the map in the actual dungeon, we have a little letter indicator to the magic meter to tell us that instead. Of course, compasses, they just tell you how many items are in a dungeon total. But if there's boss shuffle play, which there isn't this week, they also have an extra function in which they tell you what boss is there, but we don't really care about that here. Desert Palace is the green pendant, though. We just got information on a hospital. That is one of the 2 ways you can get some important information. The other one is to find the bomb vendor, which could be anywhere, and they'll tell you what the red crystals are.
Ooh, Skullwoods with 3 hearts and no mail upgrade. This is brutal. Oh, the lamp.
Lamp is a good find there for homemade beer. Doesn't necessarily need it, but it is a fire source for dungeons like the back of Desert Palace is Tower Hera to some extent, and Skullwoods and Ganon's Tower, although it requires ideally the fire rod for those scenarios.
Oh, here just pulled up the most useless map in the game. That being Hyrule Castle.
Oh my goodness, there's the fire rod there for Telethar, so lots of valuable stuff here. Hitzion will have to go back with a key. Did not have one initially, I believe.
Desert Palace paying big. And that is right in Kakariko.
Yeah, and another big thing is that Desert Palace's front half is also a 3-way connector, so there could be a way to get to Dark World there, or just another way to get to, like, the mountain, which is another huge entrance hub.
Yeah, for some reason, Desert Palace has like 3 entrances, so it's valuable.
Second tick NEK found. That's actually pretty easy to get to as well. It's just at the front of the race game. Now, you're probably wondering how they get to the race game proper. Well, first off, they can scout it. And there is the Moon Pearl! Oh, that is in a really rude spot, actually.
Oh my god, they have to find some way to get to the Dark World, then bunny walk all the way to the dig game.
There's
then mirror.
Yeah, there are two ways to reach that. Either they find the exit that leads directly to the race game from that ledge, or they have to get to Dark World, like you said, to the digging game, and then mirror in order to be on the ledge. And I don't think they can reach that without the bunny hood, so I think we're looking at a connector here. It's a little bit hard to translate where they can go proper. I think they could do it at the digging game's lot entrance itself, and then just walk backwards and start the maze. But regardless, it's going to be pretty hard to get that Moon Pearl. But that is huge information regardless.
Oh hey, more Turtle Rock. And in the mountain. Homemade beer finding the fire rod. That's our bottom arrow. So...
Medicaid found the memorial. Just a hard piece.
So, do you recognize what is the music for Homemade Beer?
I don't actually.
There he goes with his boots.
Key for a key here in Turtle Rock. Not necessarily a bad thing, considering that they're all generic keys. They can use that elsewhere. And I think he was mainly going this way for the magic refill, which he gets. Second Chester and Agate Tower now is being scouted here. It is just money, so don't have to worry about that too much.
That is not worth it. Because each key costs 100.
Big key, meanwhile, for Eastern Palace found in the change-out room of Turtle Rock over on Hitsion's side. Paradise Cave found, meanwhile, that's a huge item in this location. And another connector hub, too. 3 entrances here total that he can check. And we have find Bombos. And just the Compass and Skull Woods. Like I said, compasses are not really that valuable. They're helpful if you're new to Key Sanity, though.
So, the well in Kakariko has the big key for Turtle Rock. That's, there's a good chance they're gonna need that.
And there we go, we have a map to Skull Woods here. So map Compass and Skull Woods in Paradise Cave. Not much except for money here as well.
And a bomb jump to make use of the connector.
Now, you're noticing the back of the tavern here is not shuffled, and there is a main reason for that. That's the only entrance you enter down from, so can't really be translated into entrance properly. And there are a few exceptions to what can be in entrance shuffle as well. For example, Link's house is a constant static state, so you always have that as a safe respawn point. And then, of course, the drop-downs and their connecting exit caves are all they're mingled together. So Ganon could just be anywhere, and as a result, it is fast Ganon. We do not have to climb Agate Tower necessarily on this race.
That is Death Mountain exit on Beer's side. You see that in an MG without with no save and quit. And that is the shopping area.
Yeah, it was a dark shopping mall in the Dark World. Not much you can do there as a bunny.
Wait, has Beer not grabbed the mirror yet? Oh,
I think
that's yeah, it doesn't have the mirror yet. So he wasted a trip. Oh, there's the sword.
Oh, there's the free sword cave there on Julian's side. Where was that?
That is...
It was in the Light Road
Ice
Shopping Cave. Yeah, Ice Run Cave entrance. And there's GT! A huge item hub here.
Oh my god. Yeah, so over 10% of the game is here.
And Julian is lacking the fire up, but does have the necessary tools to at least explore some of the left side using bonks and hammer.
Okay, so magic bat. What's in there? Oh, so well. That's 5 items.
And the fact that Holy Beer has dropped down here makes me think he's already scouted Ganon, but I don't remember where. It must be in the Waterfall Fairy Cave then. Armor found?
Ooh, blue mail. Julo doing a bomb jump. That's the first time I see that.
Comes to Tower here, meanwhile, from Jewel inside. Hitsion getting his hammer. Boomerang. So nothing too important in Ganon's Tower so far. And we can bonk our way across here. But the rest of the dungeon will be considered a hookshot locked here. So he's doing a sequence break, so hopefully get another item.
Logic is just a suggestion. But let's hope he's rewarded with this. And you're going on a shopping spree.
Yeah, stocking up on keys here. That's actually a convenient spot to have the keys. It's right next to Link's house, so... Having 6 keys, he'll be the one breaking open doors and being very aggressive with the key routing, it looks like. Tempered Sword, meanwhile, sequence broken and found by Julunja. That is going to give him a nice combat advantage going forward.
That is big. And he can do the Armos Knights pretty easily with that.
No, he cannot, because Beats from the East has yet to find where that Eastern Palace big key is. It's only... No, it's not only the yellow team of OKDUDES has. Meanwhile,
not the
there
Armos
is...
Knights. I mean the Armos on ice.
Oh, Ice Armors, yes, of course.
And he found Hither.
Yeah, and the big key to Tower Hera.
So that was a... That pulled the big key there, but I couldn't read what it was. His stream seems to be dropping quite a lot of frames.
Now, someone is saying that maybe this is a Pearl Seed, and unfortunately I can confirm that it is not, as we get the big key to Desert Palace there on Hition's side. All locations are reachable in the seed, so the Moon Pearl is available, which means there could be logic behind it. It's just a matter of getting there, and I believe a few runners have the pieces, they just don't have the means.
Ooh, Hitsugan can check the Death Mountain entrance. And Sword Beams on Armos.
And Hitsugan does check this entrance, but unfortunately it is the top half of Bumper Cave, which requires the cape, or the hookshot to get past that bumper.
So, fun thing about the Armos Knights, they take more damage from Fighter Sword than they do from Master Sword. It is a wonderful troll. To just have a boss mate like that.
Alright, Ice Armos, so only has 3 bombs, a single rupee, and a heart piece, so not really worth the time. That'll save some time for homemade beer, but overall, nothing really of importance there other than the sword.
Did he skip the big key, the big chest?
He got a full heart container out of that, I believe.
Okay. So that's... Is Hitsuyan gonna do like a full loop around it just as a bunny? On the ferry. And they're also going as a bunny. Are they gonna try and mirror to the Moon Pearl?
It is possible. They just have to mirror in front of the shovel man, and then just do the maze in reverse.
Ooh. Crystal rollers do a lot of damage.
There's the hookshot, though. Sequence broken over underneath the bridge, but that does put the sword in logic.
So, tempered is flippers locked. Oh boy. This seed is turning out to be amazing content.
Yeah, here's the mirror warp. So here we go with the race. After checking this entrance. And it was a storyteller, so they had to use the mirror. So mirror was hard locking the Moon Pearl.
Why did
Starting
he
the
do
race
that?
and then immediately mirroring out. Tower Hero, meanwhile, found by Chulon getting the map, and as you can see, there is the compass effect right there. You get that little item counter below your rupees and bombs. And there we go, Moon Pearl for Telethar, and Hitzion will be heading there shortly.
So, ooh, a hair blocked. And okay, dudes, with the Moon Pearl.
Yeah, Hitzion has a way to pick it up. This will help him so much in overworld travel. Red Boomerang in the big chest of Tower of Hera, as well as the small chest on the same floor. It's just a green rupee.
So yeah, that is the game is open for them.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Even with the blue mail, those chain shots are an instant kill for homemade beer, and he goes down to a chomp.
So that's 4 hearts even with blue mail. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is. What chain shots are the second highest damaging enemy in the entire game at 6 hearts without an armor upgrade. The only thing that does more damage is Ganon at 8 with his contact damage.
Jula Ninja took down Throwdorm, rewarded with the map of Pulse of Darkness, and also gets a crystal.
Now, that crystal is logically flippers locked, and we can see that Bisa needs to often take the green potions out of the heart. Wait, is Homemade Beer not taking any heart containers on purpose?
That's probably it. What a mad lad.
I give him mad respect if he can pull this off. But I would still take at least 1 or 2 heart containers just to make sure I don't get OKO'd by Cannon.
Oh, the fortune teller. So
Tower Hero was at the waterfall, the wishing pond in Lake Hylia, so that is a Flipper's Lock dungeon. Connected here, meanwhile, found by Geolonja. Stumpy only having 20 rupees. And the bomb shop normally contains something. Is Sar Spike Cave. And the top of Bumper Cave is where that house comes out. And the entrance up here is just a small rupee grind.
So when it comes to Flipper's requirement, the only thing that is really required, like that really requires Flippers, is Swamp Palace. Everything else, people will just sequence break their heart content.
Bugnet found by Telethar. Could be helpful if we want some safeties. And
Blue
we
Ninja
do
found that is Graveyard Ledge.
Ice Rod on the Sick Kid, and Blind's Hideout, having, I believe, the Quake Finale, so all 3 are found. That's over at the Dark World shop, just south of Link's house. Or the bomb shop, rather.
Oh god, Turtle Rock is just a cane away. And Jula Ninja heading over to the Moon Pearl.
Item-wise, we're pretty close to the wrapping of the sea. We need the flippers and the bow. And the cane to show up, I believe.
Don't we need some gloves?
With entrance, that's not necessarily true, but we do need them for a couple of the dungeons. That said, those same dungeons could just be, our pendants. We don't know that fully. We just know desert is the green. Ice Palace and pod could just be our pendants. And these down, you don't need the gloves. You can just go around the boulder then there.
Hitsuya found what led to the back of Skullwoods.
Eastern Palace, meanwhile, has been found by Homemade Beer. Gonna start exploring it. Does not have the big key that Telethar and Hitsion has, which was, I believe, over in Desert Palace.
That's a bit of a wasted trip then. But no one in OKDUDES been to Ganos Tower yet. Ooh, that are from the bow.
Huge find there. That bow is in Dark World, just south of where the hedge maze is. And I'm being corrected by Link Force, who was one of our trackers, that it was in Turtle Rock, actually. My mistake there. Eastern Palace, though, has the Cane of Samaria. Huge find for Beatsa from the east.
Okay, who goes to beat Trinex first? Because, it's in logic. Kinda.
Honestly, I'd say it's gonna not be Homemade Beer unless he goes for another sword. Never mind, there's one of our swords there. Now, I believe, I don't remember clearly. I want to say there's still 3 of the swords in the item pool, plus the bonus cave sword. So there's like, what is it? It's like, I don't know. Regardless, gold is available for the team in blue.
Oh yeah, they already know where back of Skullwoods is. Let's hope they're good at note keeping.
Now, we did start with a sword, so there could be a 4th one out there that I'm just forgetting about, but I admittedly do not play Retro that much, so I don't know if a sword gets removed from the pool for the Take Any Cave.
So, what happens is if you try to get any sword after you got gold, it turns into a pack of 20 rupees. So...
yeah, that much I am aware of, but I forget how the sword distribution is in Retro and a shared sword.
And there's Beer going for the fake flipper instead. Logic is a suggestion.
Well, Homemade Beer knows where that hookshot is and definitely wants it for any sort of dungeon shenanigans. Still no sign of a Swamp Palace or the dam, mind you. There's the back of Turtle Rock, though, on top of the Tyro Castle balcony. So this is going to be a nice, clean backwards trip through this for Telethar. Itzian, meanwhile, using the boots and the mirror to go check the King's Tomb, which I believe we have not seen yet. And it is the potion shop, so that is good information to know when they turn in that mushroom.
Yeah, that's a fetch quest, and a lot of people don't like doing that. And, ooh, Cheats Hideout, was that Mombos? Cheats Hideout, no, Blind's Hut. Oh, that was Quake. Okay, thank you, Tracker.
Yeah, we know where all 3 medallions are. Quake was definitely there.
Oh, right.
Quake was, I believe, in fact, the last one we did find.
Telethar has Quake as well, so he's already been there. But OKDUDES do not know where Ether is, so that might bite. Oh, Beer can get a gold sword using that out of logic hook shot.
Yeah, and I think that's what Homemade Beer is going to do, is going for that combat advantage.
Ooh, Beer can access the right side. Since he has the cane.
Yeah, he has the cane and the fire rod too, so he can full clear the GT basement here.
That is big.
Now, like I said earlier, this is a fast Ganon seed, so Aghanim 2 does not need to fall, but there is an entrance behind him, but it's either the useless fairy cave at this point, or it is... Actually, no, it has to be the useless fairy cave or Ganon himself. I don't recall seeing the fairy cave.
How mad do you get if it's a vanilla Ganon in a fast Ganon seed? And you actually have to beat Aga 2 to access Ganon.
I wouldn't find it that much, but it looks like both caves are found, so... What's the last entrance that we're missing, then?
Of the drop-downs?
Oh, Ogle's drop-down was, where Ganon is, actually, it seems. I must have missed that check.
Ooh, Ice Palace.
If
I'm not mistaken, you need a glove for this one, because there's a big rock you have to lift to be able to access the boss.
That is correct, but he can still do a little bit of work in here. So I'm trying to think what's actually on the pyramid then. I guess it's Aghanim Dropdown. That's the one we haven't seen yet.
Misery Mine. Oh, right. That was already seen. So now we get new information with right side, and we might see a tile room.
It's attempting to do bomb tracks, but runs out of bombs. Gonna empty out his bottle.
Oh my god. This is pain.
The Pen Gators or the tile room?
The Pangators. It's just a mess. The tile room, that's just standard. Just you abuse the cape.
Yeah, normally 2 bombs would quickly clear that room, but I believe Hitzion did a slight mistake with inputs and just threw off the rhythm of that room. It had improv. Not necessarily a bad thing. It is a pretty tricky setup to do.
It's not as free, like, the Stalfos one is pretty free. But other than that, it's complicated.
Yeah, I know if you set up the Pen Gators right in the upper chest room, then they just fall. 20 rupees move on the right side, along with a heart piece, the other bow, and 20 rupees.
So now each side has info on one of the bows. And Beer is gonna climb the tower. That means you don't have to do a mimic clip.
Yeah, and I like this play from Homemade Beer because this scouts the item. And if it's a required item, like one of our gloves maybe, or maybe our flippers even, which puts everything in logic, which would actually be kind of bad, honestly, then Julon knows that he can either skip it or keep it. Now, we don't know where Swamp Palace is, but we do need the flippers so that dungeon is required. And in addition, we have yet to find the dam, which needs to be vented. And we have information on Eastern Palace here as Teleport finds the map in the big key chest for Eastern Palace. It is a crystal dungeon.
Ooh, so bow is required. And Graveyard Ledge. What is in the entrance?
It's the library and it's only 20 rupees.
Jula Ninja not saying no to that. Okay.
Well, I mean, 20 rupees is 2 arrows later, so makes sense.
Oh yeah. And this gauntlet with blue mail 5 hearts. What a mess. And here's Armus.
Meanwhile, Hitzion has found the back of Skull Woods and it's going to go straight to the Moth.
Nice quick kill.
A fairly expensive quick kill gets to come to the Desert Palace, but that is another crystal on the board. We actually don't know if Tower Hero Eastern Palaces are 5-6, or where our 5-6 are even. We have gotten a few maps, but I don't think we've seen a map check yet at all. And that was over in Mimic Cave, it looks like.
Oh, Hookshot Cave.
Alright, here goes the Moth here for Hitzion.
Do any of these runners hover?
I believe Hitzion is capable a little bit. But don't quote me on that. It's been a bit. Oh, Hitzion taking a death. But has a fairy, and I just noticed he's found half magic.
Yeah. Oh, Tatar's attempting a hover. What kind of magic are you gonna work, sir? Oh, he's hovering. That blue thing is not cooperating. It could fire an arrow.
Moth down, top of only 50 rupees, top of GT, 20 rupees and 5 rupees so far.
And Hitsuran beat them off with a heart left.
Yeah, heart left and bunch of other stuff. Fire Red has been now found by Julon, but that information was relayed to him by Homemade Beer. Here comes Moldorm 2, and there goes Moldorm 2. Pretty quick and easy fight there.
Oh yeah, blink it and you miss it. Water Sword just deletes everything.
Mushroom turned in, nothing there. Top of the dungeon is the map of Thieves Town. Not really worth the climb for that alone, so hopefully something is behind Aghanim 2 here. Homemade Beer is going to go and finish the fight here.
Okay, the Geometry Wizard. What do we have for the pyramid? Was that a triple?
I couldn't tell if it was the triple. That's a single, no.
Might have been a double, because
of layering, yeah. Yeah, in fact, it was a double.
Okay.
It was no, it was a triple. Actually, it was 3-1-2.
It was a triple. Oh, nice. And ooh, Ice Palace and Turtle Rock, our 5-6.
All right, good information there, and we're about to see what's behind Ganon's tower here. Aghanim 2 did not need to fall, but that is still going to open up at least one item here.
Oh my god, that are bonked on at 3 and release 1,000 piece. Oh yeah, Aga Tower. And it's that is a connector.
That is a connector, but it's the twins, and he's not going to check it just yet.
He's gonna find the back of Turtle Rock, and he can clear it. Did we see a Trimax?
And this will be the first Trinex clear of the race. Dark Palace, meanwhile, found by Telethar. Gonna start exploring this now.
What is this? Like 10, 11 chests with key sanity on.
It's a fair good amount, yeah. Now, of course, we still have Swamp Palace still MIA, and that could still be a crystal. We don't know, which one of these remaining dungeons is our remaining 2 pendants. We know Desert is the green because of a Saha Scout.
Oh, and Jewel rescuing the old man. Gotta dodge the cabbage, and is rewarded with a bottle. Meanwhile, Hitsuyan on Dark Death Mountain.
Now, Homelander is going to, in fact, fight off Trinex here, so let's see what happens.
Oh yeah, it's Zero Cycle is possible with Gold Sword. And there we go.
Map to Swamp Palace, so we will get information on where Swamp Palace is after finding out Trinex. Itzion, meanwhile, is on top of the mountain. Can't enter Gannis Tower here. Needs to clear all the 7 crystals regardless. See us found. Oh my! What a gambit! Fighting TR has put that homemade beer into the Mire region to explore.
Ooh. Oh, no Moon Pearl, but
no Moon Pearl, but can scout up the entrances here. Quake is needed to enter Misery Mire.
And the map to GT from Delatar. Meanwhile, Hitsuran finds Hype Cave. Gets reward for Blue Rupee. The gloves. A key. Blueberries. And a heart. Okay, that is a pretty nice Hype Cave.
That is even more important, though, because Telefnar found the other glove and pod. We missed that, so both the members of OKDUDES know where the gloves are. And can go up the Titus bits, which aren't necessarily required in Crossworld entrance, but could definitely help out a lot in terms of navigation.
Oh yeah, just having access to... They have access to all portals now. They just need a flute to have an easier time to mire.
But Yolanda just also found Hype Cave.
Okay, so it's almost even. Ooh! You found Misery Mire. It's in the back of Desert. So that's gonna be a clear.
That is gonna be another clear, yeah. So clearing... What an insane little bit of routing here. Clearing Turtle Rock to just randomly warp somewhere, it ends up being the Mire region, and then you find Misery Mire, which we don't know if it's a pendant or crystal or not, but it's still a good amount of items regardless. That is some pretty good luck on Homemade Beer's side.
And also, this is completely out of logic, because... no book. And you need, like... You need the flute to be able to access this area normally. Because once he saves and exits, he loses access to the area.
Actually, no, I think it is completely illogical. He can just have gone backwards through Turtle Rock to lead through that cave.
Oh yeah, that is a possibility. I forgot about that.
And he could just bunny walk his way over to the back of the thing and mirror. So, no, Homie Beer is fully in logic.
And
he doesn't have the move.
Oh,
he doesn't have the move pro, but he doesn't need it to get in a mire, technically.
He's just clearing everything. Like, he knows where Moon Pearl is. It's just, yeah, don't need it. He's just going.
Hello, I'm about to find the gold sword here for our Team OKDUDES, and that'll finally give them the combat advantage evened up. Spiral Cave, meanwhile, found by Julonja.
And it's a key.
Well, that can be skipped because Homemade Beer bought so many keys. He's good to go. He doesn't need to worry about keys at all.
Meanwhile, Tatar is gonna do a full clear of Ganon's Tower. Actually, no, he's not gonna bomb jump his way down.
Alright, Big Chest of Misery Mire contains a heart piece. It does get an only up to 6. And this is still just a insane route choice. There's another big key. It is the big key to Dark Palace.
That is big. And also, welcome Zen Arcane with a party of 3. So,
welcome in, Raider. So far, we are in the middle of this race here. And there has been some pretty crazy logic here. Where Homemade Beer does not have the Moon Pro, which is on Race Game. He does know where it is thanks to his teammate, Julonja, here in this 2v2 co-op race. But he beat Trinex and got the entrance to Turtle Rock's front door was in the Mire region, and he mirrored onto the desert ledge and has now found Misery Mire, and he's clearing that now. Meanwhile, Teletar has just found the silver arrows, and that information will be relayed to Hitzeon.
yeah, no, both teams know where silvers are.
Does Julon know? I don't think the runners from Beats of the East has found the pyramid fairy.
Oh yeah. Oh no, they haven't. They only found one bowl so far. Okay. So, yeah, they only have half of the info for bowls and gloves.
Yeah, if you're just seeing it, this is Retro Crossworld Key Sanity, a Sword Assured race. Crossworld Key Sanity. Crossworld is basically entrances, in which case the connectors can go to either Light or Dark World. Key Sanity, all the dungeon items are shuffled. Retro means all of those specific small keys are removed, among other features that are exclusive to Zelda 1, such as Take Any Caves, arrows costing money, and a free sword cave. And of course, Sword Assured means we just started with a sword. Vitreous goes down, and on his corpse has just another small key. But it is another crystal! That is absolutely huge. Only one crystal left between Pod, Swamp, Skullwoods, and Thieves Town. Actually, no, we know Skullwoods is another crystal.
Yeah, that has already been beaten. So it's just half marked. And that part is Brocky and Gold Sword, and now they have info on all 3 medallions.
So at this point, Homemade Beer really should check the map, because if he knows that it's a pendant, then... Well, actually, have we found Thieves Town yet? I don't think we have.
No, we haven't.
I think we found the maps of Thieves Town or Swamp, though, so one way or the other, we can know where these 2 pendants are.
Alright, so the pyramid check is delayed.
Double check, meanwhile, only 3 bombs.
I'm burning some cash for the Armors on Ice.
Yeah, now here's the thing. We haven't made our biggest purchase of this seed yet. We have not gone to the Zora region at all between our 2 runners. Here's the map check. Thieves Town and Swamp Palace are both of our pendants. So we just need to get Pod done. So we now know our pendant and crystal layout at long last.
Ooh. So Flippers is oh boy.
So Flippers is potentially optional outside of getting the sword.
Yeah, so
It won't be in GT though, because it's required. The Flippers are logically required to reach the Tower of Hair entrance, unless you have to go through a connector to reach. And can get to Ice Palace that way.
and we're finally getting the Moon Pearl.
So in terms of items, just the straight up items, we could be in no mode here. Keys though, we still are missing a few big keys. Like oh no, we actually. I think we know where all the important big keys that we need are. I think we are in no mode here.
Julo can clear Ice Palace. Because I think it was Hitsuyan that was here first, and didn't have a glow at the time.
Yeah, and they know that it is another dungeon, so that they had to clear. Actually, I don't think Homebir has found the 5-6 dungeon, but they know it's a. No, I don't think they even know it's a crystal. They're just doing this blind because they know where their two pendants are. Oh, well, actually, no. They know that this is a crystal regardless, so they have to do the dungeon. Oh, what am I saying? They know where the two pendants are. They just don't know this is a red crystal.
So, yeah, Beats from the East has quite a lot more info. And Teletar got to Meyer. Oh, he found the connector actually. Yeah, so Teletar found the actual path to Misery Mire that doesn't involve going through Turtle Rock.
All right, and hopefully he'll find the big key he'll find the big key to Pod here, which is what this team is missing. They don't know that it's a Pendant Easttown or a Pendant Swamp yet, though. And they're not going to get that information because one of those two maps was at the top of GT.
So yeah, doing GT, but that is good information to have. Because doing a full dungeon only to learn that it wasn't needed is it hurts.
There's the Book of Madora and Ice Palace, meanwhile. Now, one thing that we have to note here is, based on the big keys that we know of, Beats from the East just needs to go to the top of Turtle Rock and get the Chain Chomp key, which is the Eastern Palace big. That's it. They're done after that. Telzar and Hitsuya, meanwhile, I think still need to get the Pod big key and along with a couple other items.
Okay, where? So cutscene. Hitsuya is just probably going to the Dark World. Never mind. You're saying no to Spiral Cave right now. And Hitsuya now finding the Death Mountain Escape. Hype Cave. Oh. Alright. Hype Cave was pretty hype.
Yeah, getting the glove for that, because they will need it in order to clear Ice Palace, which is smart. Really, it's just change over for Beats from the East. I don't see...
That are messed up.
Yeah, Hookshot, of course, is on the man under the bridge. But I don't think Hitsuyan or Telzar has done the water checks yet. We have not seen Flippers at all this seed. and they could just be anywhere at this point.
Oh yeah, fake flippers is always a sequence-based break that is so easy to do. It's like most people can do it without any issues.
He's gonna check the flippers checks though.
Okay, so that's hookshot info for them. Oh, he's gonna check Ice Palace.
Probably a safe bet. Ice Palace was just a single item chest in the Bonk Rock, so the only way you can get to Tower Hera is via swimming, so the flippers are out there and are logically required as a result. Where they are, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But they're required to reach Tower Hera, so at the very least that means they're not in GT, or whatever entrance behind GT.
Meanwhile, Jolo just deleted Cold Stare. And,
Now, Hitscan has to do only the low basement force here at Tower Hera because he doesn't have the hook shot, so he can't do the parapot.
oh. Yeah, that's Parapot is just the biggest thing that was allowed for Hera. So hookshot was with the man under the bridge. So it's flippers locked. The people in blue have sequence broken that. And Hitsuyan did a fake flipper to get to Hera, but didn't go for the water checks before going to Hera.
Part of me is wondering if our flippers are just over the Zora region, because we haven't seen Northeast East Hyrule yet, at all.
Oh yeah. Can you imagine if it's vanilla flippers?
What'll be the first time? There's the half magic there on homemade beer side. It was in the U room.
Okay, that's yeah, that's a nice to have. And here is just clearing the dungeon. Meanwhile, Tatar has beaten Meyer. Running a bit low on keys.
Running a bit low keys, but does have money to buy more.
Yeah. Oh, Jules is getting his lamp now. Oh my god. When you have information on checks, it's that question of when do you bother to actually go there? And blink it and you miss it. Gold Star is down for beer.
Now, this is, as far as we are aware up in the booth, we know what is go mode for OKDUDES. However, they do not have a pendant information yet. So they, for all they know, Thieves Town or Swamp House is a crystal, which is weighing on their minds heavily. And they are not going to get the Swamp House information because that map in particular is at the very top of Ganon's Tower behind Boulder 2, which you need the hookshot or to hover to get. So they are not going to have an accurate display of their thing. They're still looking for items just to make sure that they are not going to be stumped by something.
So here's something. Aletar still doesn't have the GTB key. So that's missing information.
Well, he knows where it is. It's in Link's house.
And that kind of bites because he basically left quite a few chests. Like he left the big chest and the climb.
Now, I actually What is stopping our two runners here? They're still looking for the Eastern Palace big key. They don't realize it's in Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah, they cleared it, but only took like half the dungeon. Do they remember to go back?
Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, they're checking Eastern Palace here.
And Hitsuyan did a icebreaker. Very, very nice.
What kind of a door found? Might give only 20 rupees. And
He's
we're
gonna
be
run back. He's gonna run back. Come on. There it is. Oh my god. That was interesting. You never see people walking out of Spike Cave.
I sometimes do it.
Oh, there's Blind's hut.
Alright. Telethar now with the gold gauntlets from Hype Cave, which was all the way down here in the bottom left corner of the Dark World. Kind of out of the way.
Ooh, Hitsuyan doing Code Stare with a Master Sword.
If anyone can do this, Hitsuyan. I have some confidence in him. Yep, getting it done pretty cleanly. There we go!
Oh yeah. That was beautiful. Wonderful crystal. Meanwhile, Beer's finally coming back to the pyramid. With a bee on his tail.
We have a question in chat regarding why didn't Homemade open all the chests in the Blind's hut. That is because Jewel Lunge has already done the full clear, and it is Magic Bat here, in fact. Underneath the thing. That's why he didn't use check out as a bunny. I guess I missed the Aga Cave. And the item that he gets is just a heart piece. Hammer Fingers being checked along with Turtle Rock Entrance. Turtle Rock Entrance is a Gina's Cave, actually, so there's an item in here. Hammer Pegs, meanwhile, is the Well of Wishing, where you get your item expansions.
Like that? Oh. What medallion was the Turtle Rock entrance?
Turtle Rock's upper entrance was in Mire.
Oh, no, the Agina's Cave. Oh, never mind. Oh, hey, look, we have access to the Big Bone now.
It's over in the Dark World Potion Shop.
That's kind of close.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty tame location. Delthar is doing more water checks here. Might be heading straight into Tower Hera.
Ice Palace. Oh, yeah.
Itsuya, meanwhile, is going to check the book.
Okay, where... So, Pyramid Fairy, what is it? That's,
It's King's Tomb.
Oh, 3 bombs. Rip. And, yep.
And Julonja now with the information where that bow is.
Did he find the other bowl?
I believe that's the one Homie Beer has. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. No, it's... Yeah, it's... Homie Beer knows where the other one is.
Okay, so...
I get tower check.
I don't remember what was here.
I believe it was only money.
Oh, yeah, 250 rupees, I guess.
I have a Dark Palace. That could be the map that Telethar needs to piece together what dungeons they have left.
Ooh, Hitsuyan's gonna climb the Ganos Tower.
Well, maybe you're turning in the mushroom and is now checking the water checks up here. So we could...
area? Oh. Sorry?
Yeah, so we could very well be looking at the flippers here, most likely. Or maybe something else of importance that we still need. Which we shouldn't at this point.
Big 20 from the fish. And no money for Zora, not even checking the ledge. Even though they have enough junk to actually do a splash delete.
Alright, Julo is doing Turtle Rock's Trinex. He might go back and check the top 4 for items. And that is what a Beast from the East needs to do, is check those upper 4s. So the missing item they want is in the chain shop room that Homie Beer died to so long ago.
Because Beer didn't have a glove, he couldn't open the entrance back up. Nope, getting sniped. Oh, he found the inn.
Actually, I think Beast Homie Beer couldn't go back in because he was in a bunny form, because he had popped him out in the mire area, and he didn't have the Moo Pro at the time.
No, that was Spectacle Rock. That is like... No, wait. Okay, I don't remember, actually.
And Julian will be entering Mire region here, and then double backing to do the top half of Turtle Rock, most likely. Homie Beer's gonna check Pod in the meantime.
Oh, right, it's there.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because it would be Super Bunny.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Super Running can't use the Cane of Samaria.
And here is now clearing up Pod. Gonna get his second glove.
Yeah, Beast from the East is moments from go mode, and this is a much needed win. They are currently 3 and 4 in the league, so taking over a win against the one of the higher seeded teams in their division, with OKDUDES being 6-1, that's going to give them some good ground to get through the rest of the season here, I would say.
So Chain Chomp's room is the thing they need.
Yeah, but that's next on Julian's checklist here. Again, still no sign of Thieves Town or Swamp Palace. One of those two entrances, I guess, is behind the Mire Medallion, and the other one must be in the Ganon Tower's barrier. I want to say we checked everywhere else. Except maybe the Waterfall Fairy location?
Okay, so Jula found the big key to Eastern.
And that should be go mode for Beast from the East. Yeah, he's going straight to Mire to clear this.
Here's going straight up to Helmasaur. doesn't need the second glove, so just keep on trucking.
Meanwhile, over on OKDUDES Telethar with a beautiful fight against Cold Stare there, keeping him in the corner in a nice and clean triple kill. Very well done fight. I just barely caught the end of that.
So yeah, everyone on point with Cold Stare. Beautiful.
Now at this point, they know where 6 of the 7 crystals are between the 2 members of OKDUDES, so if one of them has the map to Pod, which I believe is available, they will know without a doubt where their last 2 where their last crystals is, and will be in go mode. In fact, I think they are rushing their last 2 dungeons right now. Itzion is meanwhile heading into Misery Mire.
And that's Helmassar down.
Yeah, in fact, actually no. Both teams are in go mode. Oh, they have the collective information on the normal crystals between the 2 runners on OKDUDES. They know they don't need the map checks.
They know that part is a crystal?
With the Terra Hera clear.
Oh yeah, the
Others
map
got
there.
Terra Eastern clear, Hera Eastern Mire, and Hitzion's got Skull Woods. It's done, and I believe they've got the map to Pod and have checked it. Yeah, in fact, they do know it right here. They have the indicator for crystal, so yeah, they know they're in go mode.
Okay, so Flippers is just missing.
It is very likely early on in the seed, given where the hookshot is, but at the same time, could just be on Helmassar King, for all we know.
What? Helmassar King has already been dealt with. So...
Oh yeah, you're right.
Could be Zora. Could
Zora.
actually be Vanilla. And that would be very, very rude, especially with Retro. Getting denied. And almost dropped. Oh my god. Trolldorm, please.
Beautiful Victories fight, meanwhile. Yeah, all 4 runners are in a boss rush here.
Oh yeah.
That would be
They're
actually...
going.
Yeah, now would be an actual really good time to remind people that we do not go by whoever comes in first here in a co-op race. We go by an average time. So if Beats Beneath has Homie finish first, and then both members of OKDUDES finish second and third, and then Julian comes in last, then we go by an average, and whoever has the faster average wins. If there is any other combination of victories, by default, if 2 members finish first before the other 2 members can finish, that by default gives them the better average. So the question is, how much ground can OKDUDES make up and make this a race? I could see this going down to an average, honestly.
There's Beer going for the Eastern BK, taking quite a bit of hits.
Who was apparently found, meanwhile, on Julon's side. He may be able to use that to cover some more ground faster.
Flute. It's nice to have the fast travel, but we missed the salutes. Nope.
East Julian now entering pod. Has the big key. now. Oh, for Eastern Palace. Homie Beer has done with his items. Julian's done with his items. Helithar is on his way over to the back of Turtle Rock, along with his partner Hitzion. So they're in sync right now. And this is honestly really good or really bad, depending on your outlook. If they finish really close together, they're going to have a really tight average, which will make it really hard for them to beat. So this is actually pretty wise here. But they still have to split up and deal with Skullwoods and Pod, respectively.
Oh, yeah. Meanwhile, Beer is just rushing.
Someone is asking where Skullwoods is, and honestly, I forget.
They're doing simultaneous shell explosions on Trinex.
Super clean Trinex fights from the both of them.
So, yeah, that's almost a synchronized finish.
Oh, it was the map of Thieves Town up top. Well, they only had the map to swap, but they know it's a, they know it's a pendant.
Jula has to clean Eastern still, so... Oh god.
It's just the overall position here. I honestly think OKDUDES is in a pretty good position here. They're pretty much in sync going to their respective last dungeon. Beatonese, though, is about to finish up his last dungeon and knows where Ganon is. Jewel and Ninja, meanwhile, still needs to go and clear Eastern Palace, and that is, unfortunately, all the way up on Death Mountain, so gonna be a few minutes behind. But there is Telelar entering the dungeon. He may be second here. Hitsion is looking to be third, based on how long the routing is.
So, something that kinda takes me back. Crosscase is supposed to take like over 2 hours on average. And they are like 10 minutes away from finishing this thing. With like sub-hour and a half.
That's the power of info share. If this was a single player seed, this would have taken a lot longer, for sure. Although the entrance does ease, or the retro side of it does ease up on the keys. Ease a bit.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this is a very quick seed on all things considering with the info share.
Ooh, Teletar and Beer got their 7th crystal at the same time. Almost. So, yeah, it's down to the Ganon fight. And, we need to see... Julo's gonna be behind Babette. Oh. Oh dear.
Actually, this is pretty close on both fronts.
Yeah. Well, Eastern is gonna take a little bit longer than Pod at this progress. Ooh, the turtle did not help.
Yeah, I think Teller and Homeo, they're obviously in the game at the same time, already in phase 2 respectively. I think Hitsuyon and Julon will be pretty close to being in the Ganon fight at the same time too, although possibly in different phases. And the big thing is, these two don't have silver arrows, it looks like. They are just on Spo and regular arrows.
So, oh. That's gonna be a fun fight.
Alright, there's the first silver arrow from Homemade Beer. Setting up for the triple. That looks to be a double, unfortunately. Oh no, never mind.
Oh.
That was just barely a triple in terms of the distance.
Oh my god.
And there goes Ganon down too. This is a really close finish between first and second here. Hold up, I gotta go to the race room.
And
here we go. I got the times here. Homemade Beer comes in first by a single second. 1:28, 118.21 versus Telethar's 118.22. This is going to be really close. It's going to come down to the other two runners as to whether or not averages come into play here. So eyes glued to here as Kitsion is entering the Ganon fight, and Julonja is entering the Ganon fight as well.
So, oh my god. Julo's having a little bit of trouble. Wait. Is that Mario 64?
Yes.
Whose audio is this? Whose
It's
audio?
Undertale. It's Super Mario 64, but it's Undertale. All right, phase 3 for Hitsuyan, phase 2 for Julonja. Into phase 3 now. Get conversion that it's the slide theme, but it's all sliders, so it's a whole bunch of slide remixes.
Oh my god.
Alright, here we go.
Memes.
It's time for spins, and Hitsuyan setting up the torch glitch.
Ganon, stop teleporting.
It is the same for every runner, and there we go. And we get life lesson for sale, so the Zoras did not have the flippers!
Oh.
So where were they? You know what? Actually, hang on. We never found the dam.
We never checked Mushroom.
No, we did.
We did.
It was a compass.
Ah.
So I think wherever the
Oh, yeah,
dam room
magnetic
ended up
compass.
is where the flippers were, because we never found that.
Oh my god. And there's Hitsuyan done.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to come down to an average time. And let me go get the time here. It's going to be a fairly tight average, though.
Oh yeah.
120.48 for Hitsuyan. So averaging here roughly, it is a 119.30.
Yeah, so OKDUDES takes this one
I believe so, yes.
because first and second are 1 second apart, so it's basically down to third and fourth.
And fourth is about 30 seconds apart, so Julonja finishes up. GG's to all 4 of our runners. This was a really close ending to the race.
So yeah, if you expected something to take a while, this is as fast as it gets. Oh my god.
That near top. So if this was just a single player race between Beer and Teleford, this would have been considered a tie, I believe. This would have been a retime at a top. I believe that's within 2 seconds.
Something like that. I don't remember the details. And so let me just call the runners.
It's still just a huge thing. And then we just had a generic key on PED here. No flippers!
No flippers. Oh yeah, flippers cannot be on pedestal.
So yeah, it's very likely it's just in the dam location, wherever that was. We never found it, I don't think. And we are now being joined by all 4 of the runners here. Currently we have Homebeer, Telethar, there's Julon and Hitsuyan. Welcome in, all 4 of you. An amazing race. Very tight finishes all around between the 2 pairs of team members that finished. Just walk us through the seed.
That seed was a mess. We had no idea where we were going, and then suddenly we're in go mode is basically how it felt on our side.
Yeah, like, you know, I died to Chomps, and that was kind of the end of everything from our side, apparently. But we didn't know it because it was like 20 minutes in. And then I forgot to get the mirror like 6 times, and then I eventually got it, and I was like, well, I was really hoping we could do it without a Moon Pearl, and I kept trying, but I don't think it was possible, sadly.
Chat is guessing where the dam was because we never found flippers.
We didn't either.
Yeah.
I fake flipped Hobo to get that hook shot and went into Hera pretty early.
Okay, dude.
What? Me and Beer both took the dark connector, but I had mirror.
It's true.
So I went to GT and I'm like, I'll do Hobo and Hera.
There's no excuse, Julo. You also go there without this situation.
Well, yeah, if I'm over there. I was just over there. I don't know,
Yeah.
it felt good until we found out that beer dying in chomps cost a lot of time.
Yeah, pretty much that. I mean, from our side, like, we were looking at, okay, what did that cost us? It cost, like, whatever, clearing some amount of the front of pod, and then going back for the key, obviously. I think probably our biggest time sink was I did GT before I got the Moon Pearl.
Yeah?
I'm guessing neither of you did that.
No, we didn't find GT till pretty late.
Oh, that helps.
What? Why?
Because we had no glove.
Why would we
Yeah,
go over
but
there?
it's not glove.
No, because
watch.
we had the mirror and the lamp, and so when Julo went over there, he mirrored and found all the entrances.
Yeah.
I will at least say that this is probably one of the first locations for the Moon Pearl to be in a cross-world entrance seed. Just on the race game of all places, that is one of the more difficult things. You don't know if there's a connector there, you don't know if there's going to be a right way to get over to that at all.
I mean, you're usually just expecting to go through Bumper. The Bumper connect, like the exit at Bumper Cave. Anything else is sort of a surprise.
Yeah. I mean, at least the seed was somewhat friendly in terms of not having to go back to Death Mountain or such.
Yeah, it was fast. If nothing else, like, didn't have to suffer through some complete nonsense. Like, mirror, boots, swords, like, everything was, like, really free. Except for the flute, apparently.
And the flippers.
Yeah, we're
No one found them, right? Yeah. Where
Yeah.
could they have even actually been? We never found Thieves Town.
Up on
Never
GT.
there. Not over GT.
No, I full clear GT.
Yeah, in
Oh,
fact,
okay.
the Thieves Town map was up in the Molder 2 chest. We never saw the dam, we never saw Swamp, and we never saw Thieves Town. So one of those three locations could be it. Could also have been on the back of Desert with the Green Pennant turret, or on Lambolas as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys cleared out the mire area. We didn't touch that.
Yeah. There was nothing there. Except for
Okay.
the Meyer entrance itself. I don't remember. I think it was like a couple shops even. It was kind of funny. There's just every entrance we checked for a while was just like, it's a shop, it's a shop, it's a shop. Like, okay, where is literally anything else then, apparently?
You don't want to see my collection rate.
It's like 22, 23.
Something like that, yeah. No, but it's only 2 numbers.
So this ends the Veterans Week for you both, for your two teams. And next week we're going to be going into the League Swordless, which is bow and silver is a single item, and it's just swordless. So what do you guys think about that?
Swordless is fun. I've played it once before League, so
I'm
Should be a good
crushing
time.
whoever my opponent is.
yeah, there you go. Crushing with a hammer.
Or whatever I got available.
I don't
Hammer,
like
bugnet.
swordless, but I think everything is better as this week, so I'm happy with everything that comes now.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of same.
I think Swordless is probably the week I'm least excited for, but it's all good.
potentially hammer, cannon without silvers.
No, I mean, I guess but it's bow and silvers is one item, so only if you don't have bow.
Yeah,
82.
Yeah.
Okay, dude.
82.
Okay.
Skipped all medallions.
Which bow did you actually pick up then?
The one near hot area.
Oh, okay.
But I went to Eastern first, and on the halfway in Eastern, I remembered, oh, this time I still need the bow, not the arrows, and had to save and quit again.
Well, looking at the finish times from the last match you guys had, this definitely was a much nicer seed overall, considering you guys finished about 30 minutes faster on
well.
average.
Yeah, thank God that last seed was like I wanted it to be done like around now. Same amount
Yeah.
of time.
Now, the main reason I was looking at this is because I was looking at the opposing team. So, for Beats from the East, you guys are going to go against Begone Pot next week for your Sword of the Seeds. Feeling confident about the matchups there?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. We've been doing some practice. Actually, that's not true at all. We've played like 2 seeds. We're fine.
And of course, there's OKDUDES. You're going against WJP TTB, one of the longest standing teams here in the Invitational. So that's going to be like a really hype series, I would say, between you two for that week.
Yeah, should be fun.
All right, so any final thoughts from you four before we wrap things up here?
GG's. I'm glad the seed was fast, and I win by 1 second, so that's cool.
By the way, you guys beat the time allotment by an hour.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
So yeah, you guys get to go home early.
Oh, and also, of course, thanks to Hugo and Linkforce for coming, and Wolflink for coming, and Linkforce and Ike here for tracking, and SpeedGaming for putting on the stream.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Also, thanks, Homemade and Jula, for the game.
Yep, it's fun. Thanks.
Thank you as well.
Folks.
Thank you all
let's
as
just.
well.
Nope.
Folks, make sure to follow our forerunners here for putting on an excellent race. Also, make sure to follow SpeedGaming 2 and SpeedGaming's SpeedGaming 360. You don't miss any racing action, not just Link's Best Randomizer. And we did mention WJP DTB. They're having a match tonight, actually, over on SpeedGaming 3. That is happening at 9 o'clock. It will be missing playoffs as their opponents, GFE and GP E. Sabaton and Willard J. Bradley. That's going to be a great match for you tonight. And we don't have any more matches for you tonight in terms of the league tonight after that. But there might be a few open league matches, so keep an eye on the schedule there and make sure to check the ALTTPR League and the ALTTPR League 2 through, I think it's 6 now, for any matches over there as well. And of course, make sure to follow our trackers here, Ike and Linkforce, doing an excellent job keeping those items up to date for you. And of course, my co-commentator Hugo, an excellent time with you, sir.
All right, thank you. That was wonderful. All right, folks, thanks. See you next time.
Yes, thank you. So for all of us here at the Link's Best Randomizer League, I have been Wolfling0370, and we shall see you all next time, and thank you for watching. Have a good night, everyone.